All right. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. He's giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son. Quick hit, quick words from the wise, all right, from the ancients. This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39. Verse 1 says, "But he that giveth his mind, all right, to the law, all right, to the law." When you lift up that word law, all right, it's not just referring to the first 5 books of Moses, all right? That word law in the Hebrew, all right, when you go into the etymology of it, the true breakdown, all right, the first thing you're going to see is body of prophetic teaching. So the whole book from front to back and all the prophecies and promises of the Lord, okay? So his commandments, his promises, the whole cake, all right, the whole roll. So if you're truly giving your mind to the whole roll of the Most High, all right, Yahweh is his name, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, okay? And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go into Sirach chapter 12. We're going to read some wisdom today, all right? Ecclesiasticus and Proverbs has a lot of wisdom, life lessons in it. Okay, so we're going to read some wisdom today, all right? And be occupied in prophecies, okay? All right? Howbeit, we always talking about prophecy on this channel, and, especially from Great Millstone on down. By the way, double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone who do rule well. Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar on down, okay? So it says, he will keep the sayings of the renowned men. So it's respectable men who left these words here for your correction, your learning, and your reproof, right? Romans chapter 15, verse 4, the things that were written aforetime were written for our correction, our learning, and our reproof, all right? So the wisdom of the ancient, you're supposed to keep those sayings, all right, of these respectable men. And where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables, all right? Those are the secrets, okay? All right? Seeking out the secrets is illuminating what's not. You read chapters in the Bible and it's dark to you. You can't understand it until the lights come on, all right? That's when the secret has been activated. You have the light to be able to see, right? Grave sentences. We'll be going into some grave sentences, right? Some wisdom of the ancient. And this is what we're supposed to do when we really give our mind to the law of the Most High. So let's get into Sirach chapter 12. I was going to just record it from my phone, but, I'm like, let's just get into the real book. So Sirach chapter 12, I'm going to switch hands and may the Lord be with me after that. Okay. So this is Sirach chapter 12, verse 1. It says, when you will do good, know to whom you doest it. All right? So shall you be thanked for your benefits. Okay? So you got to watch who you're being good to. All right? Being good to every soul on earth is not a good deed, and we didn't learn that in church, all right? But you learn that when you come into the truth. Let's expound on this. Verse 2, do good to the godly man, and you shall find a recompense. Recompense means to pay back. You're going to do good to somebody, do good to the godly man. All right, there's a whole body of men out here, all right? And, this isn't, I'm not trying to motivate you guys to do anything for me, but any other brother that that's doing the work of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? A sister that's, walking in this truth, you know what I'm saying? You got the resources to give. Don't skip past them because you think they straight. You know what I'm saying? I'll pray for you, but I ain't gonna help you out physically. You know what I'm saying? But then you go give clothes to some homeless, you know what I'm saying, bug out who don't care nothing about you. How about Shem Yahweh Shai? People will do that. They'll skip right over their own brother in this truth, all right, when it's time to give things out. And they'll say, oh, no, I know the Lord got you, but you over here, you know what I'm saying? That bug out don't even believe. And I'm not saying all people on drugs don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but come on now. All right, this is a narrow path. Brothers in this truth. All right, when it's time to give to brothers in this truth. And I take this advice and I do it. All right, when I have something to give, I give to brothers in this truth. All right, it says, do good to the godly man, and you shall find a recompense. That's alms, right? Even if that's loans, whatever it is, right? I ain't too big in the loans no more. And if not from him, yet from the Most High. Okay? All right? So if you don't get paid back in much thanks or shout outs and, you know what I'm saying, extolling your name through the roof, this person did this and did that, don't take it offensive, because if you don't get paid back from him, all right, it who's going to pay you back? The Most High, Yahweh. He sees all of your works. All right, it says, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. All right, alms is your offerings. Okay, I'm not coming in here telling you, hey, you better send that 10% and da 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 da. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm saying that if you have it to give, the Lord wants us to be givers. We're a body. You understand? But it's important that you watch who you give to. All right? Come on now. What does it say? There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. So if you're always busy doing evil, you didn't sow any good, so you ain't gonna reap any good. You sow nothing but evil, so you're gonna reap evil. It says, nor to him that giveth no alms. So if you ain't out here giving, how do you expect the Lord to give to you? Now the Lord understands our situations. We're in a collapsing economy, right? Things are getting bad, right? We understand that, all right? But that ain't the case for every single person. Every single person is not going through it to where they can give absolutely nothing. Okay, and again, I want to reiterate this. This ain't for you to, think that I'm telling you to give me anything. If the Lord didn't put it on your heart, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple people who do, you know what I'm saying? They send what they send. And hey, shalom for that. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. But ultimately, the Most High is who sees that. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to honor that. All right, good can come to you because you did give. It says, verse 4, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. All right, when you in them churches, all right, and you giving to those wicked pastors, all right, you expecting a blessing? Come on, man. All right, and then when you see the real men of the Lord, oh, F them, that they'll be all right. They got Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, don't they? Don't the scriptures talk about, it's one thing telling a man, hey, be dressed, be full. And it's another thing giving him the food to be full, giving him the clothes to have. You know what I'm saying? All right. Give to the God. It's many scriptures on how to teach this whole giving money thing correctly, because we have the worst examples of the Christian church perverting it. You think everybody trying to shook and jive you. You know what I'm saying? But this is a real biblical thing. This is a biblical principle that you need to understand. All right? The Lord is watching your selfishness. You don't want to be a niggard at the table. Okay? Selfish and covetous. Receiving, and don't think that anything has to be reciprocal at all. Paul said, if I sow into you spiritually, is it too much to reap your carnal? You know what I'm saying? All right? A lot of people will see my Cash App in the bio and think, oh, that man wicked. Da 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 da. He's in it for numbers. He's in it for this. Bro, I don't get Cash Apps like that. What the hell wrong with y'all? You understand? And don't ask for it or nothing. Maybe when I first started the channel a couple years back, yeah, I didn't ask for it, but I let it be known that I had one. But I don't ever bring that up, man. This word is free. You can come eat it free. You can come drink freely. You can come learn freely and walk right on up out of here. All right. But if you wise and you really keeping these sayings, you know what I'm saying? Not just with me, whoever you're learning from. All right. Just so you think I ain't asking you for nothing, whoever else you learn from, go give them something. You understand? And watch how good it's gonna feel. I'm not giving you advice. I have teachers. I'm not giving you advice that I don't take. You know what I'm saying? And so many, you gotta spread it. You know what I'm saying? However it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you have. Keep these principles, man. All right? I'm big on don't take one piece of the Bible and it's all good, and then you see the other piece of the Bible. No. When it gets to that, no, man. We eat the whole road. Ezekiel 3:1, Revelations 10:9. All right, the bitter and the sweet. All right, come on now. Do well unto him that is lowly. It says, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. All right, because you have godly men that are lowly. All right, none of the prophets that's teaching you this 100% truth is rich. None of us have it together. None of us is rich. We're struggling. just like you, if not worse, because we have this knowledge. Do you understand? Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. All right? You worried about, the dude who about to go murder and rape somebody. All right? You want to go make sure he's straight. All right? But you don't even consider, is the one that the Lord illuminated, is he okay? Is she okay? You understand? It says, hold back your bread. You never heard that in church. Don't even give. Hold back your bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster you thereby. All right? So when you give to an ungodly man, it ain't no benefit in it. That goes back to that worldly saying where it says, no good deed shall go unpunished. All right? Yeah, when you give into a demon. All right? But when you give into a godly man, your good deeds will be rewarded. It says, for else you shall receive twice as much evil for all the good you shall have done unto him. You see how much wisdom pours out the Bible? All of these worldly sayings that you thought were worldly, these are biblical principles, man. All right? It says, for the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay? All right? Give unto the good and help not the sinner. Okay? So that section, that's good right there. We could have went deep. We could have went into Paul. We could have went into many examples of how to give, why you should give, who you should give to, what does alms look like. You know what I'm saying? We ain't speaking of tithes, but that's a thing. You understand? That is a thing. All right? We didn't speak about what Yahushua said in red letters about how his men was supposed to be taken care of by the people that they speak to. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't, because I'm not calling y'all to do anything for me, but we going to pour out this wisdom so you can learn how to get blessed. Verse 8 says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity. We're going to have some more wisdom. It's going to help you when you choosing your relationships, all right, and what to look out for. A friend cannot be known in prosperity. So when you up and you got all these people around you, you see the rappers, they got big entourages and gangs and things like that. All right, they you don't know who with you and who not with you when you got it all. They eating off of you. They leeching off of you. So it says a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Okay, an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. You know when somebody is at your throat, they gonna show you when the odds is up. But when it's all good, you don't know who's plotting on you. So it says, verse 9, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved. Okay? But in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Okay? All right? Even a friend will depart. So when you up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, your friends will they'll still be, not your friends, but your enemies, frenemies, whatever. They'll eat off of you and they'll be mad that you up, but they gonna, hey, second you fall, they gonna leave. But when you facing the odds, you done lost your house, lost your car, lost your girl, some got exposed, whatever it is, even a friend will depart. All right, that's just too much for me, man. You gotta handle that on your own. All right, never trust your enemy. Okay, now this is going into our ultimate enemy, predominantly Esau Edom. He's our brother that was born for adversity. All right, he's our ultimate enemy. We have many enemies of our own people, right? 2/3 in Babylon the Great. Okay, false prophets, false teachers, men that hate you for the wisdom that you possess. They think they're better than you. They want to size you up. All right, but this is ultimately Esau Edom at the top. Never trust your enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. But you can transfer this all the way down to your lowest of enemies, which is your own people who are closer to you, which is why you see them as more of an enemy than the white man. Okay? But your ultimate enemy, all right, is Esau Edom. All right? Because at the end of the day, all Israel will be cleaned up. All right? And you will still, and Esau and them will be getting in trouble. All right? And then there will be no more. Okay? When your people ain't enemies no more, you still gonna have other ones. This is your ultimate enemy, Esau Edom. So never trust him. All right? And when a person show you themselves, never trust them like that. When they show you for real, you know what I mean by show you, not nothing petty. For like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. Iron has to rust at some point, and at some point, this devil is going to show you he's the devil. All right, stay around him long enough. Just give it time. Set your watch. Surely, at some point, he's going to show you he's the devil. It says, though he humble himself, they'll come around crouching, humbling. All right, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. All right, you should always sleep with one eye open. And you shall be good, and you shall be unto him as if you have wiped a looking glass, and you shall know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, you gonna see for real what's up. All right, eventually. Set him not by you. See, get away from him. Don't keep company, mass company of Edomites and mass company of enemies and mass company of people who could secretly competing with you and say arrogant, slick, competitive statements. And man, bro, it's so many people, bro. That's of your own nation and especially Esau. Set him not by you, lest when he have overthrown you, he stand up in your place, because he wants to be in your place. And even these 2/3 demons, all right, of our people, they want to be in your place. All right. Jacob means supplanter, in case you didn't know that. And supplanter means to dethrone somebody, to set another up. Right? Jacob supplanted Esau out of the blessing and put himself there. Right? And that's what they do. They want to play king of the hill and king of the throne. But Jacob is not the only one like that. So is our enemy. Esau stole our identity. He took us from being the faces of the Israelites and put himself there. Right? Job 9:24, he covered the faces of the judges. Maccabees 3:48, they laid open the book of the law and changed the images to their likeness. Okay? This is what your enemies do, of your own people, but predominantly Esau, Edom. All right? When he have overthrown you, because the goal is to always overthrow you, he stand up in your place. Neither let him sit at your right hand. All right? Lest he seek to take your seat, and you at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Okay, let these words hit, man. All right, why? Because if not, who will pity a charmer? Okay, you want to charm this devil? You want to play with a snake? You want to play with these snake friends that I already showed you they don't jam with you like that? Snake family, snake everybody, snake devil that got system on top of your neck. You want to keep playing these games? All right. Hey, you make crazy choices, you know what I'm saying? You get crazy surprises. So let's see, where we at? Salakia. All right, where we at? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent? When Esau bites you and we told you that he's the devil and he's about to show his horns and come down on you like a madman, right? When we keep telling you this is not your friend, you may be cool with him, you may be in your little intermarriages, but the Lord is coming with division. He said, think not that I come for world peace, but I'm coming with a sword, and a sword of division. Do you understand? He's coming to divide households. This truth splits households. This truth splits families. All right? This truth of the Bible, it tears relationships. Do you understand? Tears. Even the closest relationships you think is not supposed to be able to be torn, it will split it in half. Yes, the words of the Bible. It's just what it is, because everybody's not born to accept this truth. All right? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? That's why it says, lift not up a cry for these people, man. When they destruction come, we ain't gonna be crying for 2/3 of our people, because they trusted in oppression. They trusted in Esau. They didn't want to hear about the gospel, all right, which is their welfare, which is completeness. So who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come near wild beast? Okay? And you already know, 2 Peter chapter 2, he calls the demons of our people, the false teachers and the scoffers, you know, the ones who speak evil of dignities and the unruly. He calls them wild beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. Right? Let me get that real quick. Ain't no point in just telling you. Israelites are called the wild beasts, but ultimately we know the heathen are beasts as well. Doesn't it say that? They're always likened to beasts. Man is likened to a beast. That's in Proverbs or Psalms. It's all over the place, man. This whole beast thing, okay? That represents men as well, not just animals. You got to know when it's talking about men and when it's talking about animals. Where we at? But these, as natural brute beast, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, because they leaned on their own understanding. They hate the teachers, right? I ain't just saying that. Look, they despise government. The Lord's government is his house of David, his 144,000 men who speak the same truth, same doctrine, same name. All right. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, right? Isolated, individualites. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. The Lord has order, rulership, authority, counsel, all right, in this thing. All right. This is a body, and there's rules to it. Okay. All right. They're known as brute beasts, spots. They are blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, their own understanding, man. All right. Wells who can hold no water, I think it says that they are. Right. Wells. There we go. Verse 17. These are wells without water. All right. Doesn't it say in Sirach 21 around, I don't know which verse, but it says that the inward parts of a fool, right, is like the inward parts of a fool can hold no knowledge. All right. Well, we know wisdom and knowledge is likened to water, right? It says the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, wells who can hold no water, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he live. But if a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. Okay? Because the talking of a fool is like a burden. All right? We don't want to hear what you got to say. You supposed to hear what we got to say. All right, but you don't like what we got to say, because what we got to say is not from our own knowledge and understanding. It's from the Father. That's why he said, if you receive me, if you receive them, you receive me. If you despise them, you despise me. We ain't speaking of our own words. It says, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. So there's somebody on earth talking good, talking the good things, and there's others on the earth talking that BS. So let's continue. So it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come near wild beasts? So you men in this truth, stay away from these men who the Lord showed you are wild beasts, because they just gonna bite you. They're gonna try to supplant you, even those of Jacob. All right, stay away from these other from Edom, Esau. You understand? You gotta deal with these people. You gotta work with these people, but stay away. All right, set him not by you. Stay away as much as you can. All right, because they will try to overthrow you. This is just words of the wise, man. You could get in your chest all you want to. It's some family you got to separate yourself from, because they can't help who they were called to be. You can't help who you called to be. When it's all said and done, man, family going to be against family. That's what the scriptures say. That's what the Lord said his counsel and determination is to do on this earth, divide the house. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner, all right, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Okay? Yeah, because the fool is going to want to talk to you and convince you of what the truth is. Do you understand that? And if you deceived by that truth, who's going to pity you? Esau Edom is always trying to teach you this Bible, and you over there looking up his breakdowns, going into his history, going into his studies, imitating him. All right? Being a good little Edomite boy, but you an Israelite. That's just an example, man. All right, who's going to pity you when you get destroyed for the lack of knowledge? Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the strength of your salvation, right? That should be your stability in the days of evil. If you ain't got it, you're going to get destroyed. If your knowledge was tainted because you set a 2/3 demon over you to teach you, right? Or you let Esau teach you, or one of these heathen convince you that this God is love, God love everybody stuff. Who gonna pity you? Not the elect. We gonna laugh at your downfall, and so is Sophia. It says it in Proverbs chapter 1. Wisdom is gonna laugh because you forsook her counsel. You didn't come to the men, all right, that she was dealing with, right? Proverbs 8:4, my voice is unto the sons of men. There's a specific body of men wisdom is dealing with. And she's not spewing out 10 different names. So she ain't dealing with 10 different camps and 10 different, no. All right? Unless they all underneath the juggernaut of this truth, which is Great Millstone. Okay? Calling on the same name with the same breakdowns. Wisdom is not confused out here. Yahushua is not confused. His spirit of truth is not confused. Okay? This mean this and this mean that and da 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 da. It don't mean 10 things. Everything means one thing. It's one complete understanding with this book, man. Somebody gotta have 100% truth. So it says, for a while, all right, for a while he will abide with you. But if you begin to fall, he will not tarry, right? An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw you into a pit. All right? Come on now, we call that what? Backdooring? Dang, you was just my man's. Now I'm dead. I done got Swiss cheese. A play went wrong. I thought that was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Dang, he snitched on me. Dang, whatever, right? Amongst your own people, they will throw you into a pit, but ultimately Esau Edom. All right, you think he gonna help y'all in the day of judgment and Jacob's trouble? You think your Edomite pastor, your Edomite husband, don't you know the Lord gonna come divide these houses up? All right, it's gonna be famine. Scripture saying 2 Ezra 15, you're gonna eat your own flesh and drink your own blood. Cannibalism, famine, right? Poverty. Come on, man. All right, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose out here. You think Esau is going in the midst of you falling down? You think he gonna stick with you? Come on, man. No. When you begin to fall, he ain't gonna tarry. In fact, he gonna rise up against you and imagine how to throw you into a pit to save his own ass or to take your spot. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood. He wants your soul, bro. If adversity come upon you, you shall find him there first. And though he pretend, that's the people who always want to call out your, what do you say? They whisper your accomplishments, but they shout out your flaws, right? They rarely could give you anything good to say, all right? But they always watching. So they going to be the first ones to arrive when you fall. See? So funny, man. So when adversity come upon you, you know, they're going to be the first ones to gossip, first ones to spread it out. They're going to be the first one there. And though he pretend to help you, yet shall he undermine you. Okay? He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much. See, he going to tell your secrets. Scriptures talk about cursed be the one that reveals secrets and change his countenance. You going to be like, dang, was you my man or not? Was you my fam or not? Was you my whatever or not? You know? So just some quick edification, man. Words of the wise. Sirach chapter 12, KJV. You can read it in the GNT or whatever. But KJV on this one it hit hard, and you don't really need nothing else. So with that being said, man, Shalom. I want to give all praises, all glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Barakatah, the water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the elect out there.